What's up, guys? Just got back from a 1,500-mile road trip in Teddy. Story for another day. I want to tell you about the video we've got for today. This is part 2 of the Inge Autoworks sort of shop profile, truck profiles. If you haven't seen the video on Krusty, which I'll give you a little teaser right after this, definitely go check out the last video. However, if you have, you want to stay tuned for this one because there's some really cool 60s trucks in this, patina, all the good stuff. You're gonna love it. So definitely hang around and watch the rest of this video for some other cool patina trucks that are coming out of Inge Autoworks shop. Let's jump in. All right, so what are we looking at here?
Looking at a 60 C10.
60 C10, I call them pig nose.
Yeah, there's some other nicknames I guess for them.
Maybe pig nose would be the less derogatory name for it. But this was a hood that they put on these trucks in 60 and 61.
I believe so.
I believe that's right too. Yeah. So you get a little bit different hood, obviously 60, 61, 62 and up, you get that more rounded hood without the pig nose.
Yeah.
This truck is a customer build, is that right?
Yeah. This thing kind of started off as kind of a basic build, but it's similar to other things that kind of snowballed into what it is.
Yeah.
We were just going to bag it on a stock frame, but Dan, the client, ended up finding a chassis with Porterbuilt stuff already on it.
Oh, very cool.
So we slid another frame under there with a Porterbuilt drop member front and rear.
Yeah. Had
to do an LS in it, detail out the engine bay.
Well, can we show them under the hood?
Sure.
Yeah, pop it open. Let's take a look real quick. And while you're doing that, guys at home, if you're not noticing, down here on the bumper, it's got bumper guards. It's got a beautiful patina bumper. Obviously, the whole grill setup is just super nice on this truck.
Yeah.
And then look at the engine bay. Man.
New versus old.
New versus old, right? So this color, the original paint code?
It is.
Yeah.
Original paint code we pulled off of it and had some mixed up, so we cleaned up and smoothed up the firewall. Inner fenders are all from Heart Fab.
Yes, you can tell.
Beautiful stuff.
Yep.
Basically the same kind of thing. Keep it clean, keep it sanitary.
Yeah.
Nothing over the top, just tucked and tidy.
Tucked and tidy. Yeah. What is the actual motor?
It is an all aluminum LS1.
Okay.
Got a Brian Tooley cam in it. Give it a cool little sound.
Yeah. Is it automatic or manual trans?
It's auto. It's got 4L60.
4L60.
Yeah.
A real LS1.
Yeah.
What's the radiator setup here? That looks super clean. Got a nice little hard line running out there.
Honestly, that radiator was already in this truck. We just cleaned it up and painted it.
No kidding?
Yeah.
Well done, man. Well done. Looks like it's got vintage air.
Does. Absolutely.
Yeah. Very cool.
Got to run AC.
What are you running for hood hinges on this?
Those are switch.
Switch.
Yeah.
Very cool. I love that you went ahead and did the underside of the hood too. I think it dresses it up a pretty good bit.
We went back and forth on that decision, but I think it turned out great.
Yeah, me too. And it pops like when you open it up, especially when you got some of this patina that you can still, or some of the original color that you can still see. Mm-hmm. It really pops. Obviously, this thing is laid all the way out. Really killer Porterbuilt suspension on this thing. Those guys have been doing it right for a long time.
They're the originators.
Yeah, they are. They're the reason we all love this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's move into the interior. Take a look at that. All right, so we're standing here. We got the doors open. We're looking at the interior. Taylor, tell us what's going on in here.
Basically, we kept the original patina with all the metal in here. The seat has been recovered. We went over to our friends in Harrodsburg called Auto Customs to do the custom carpet and the floor mats in here. Kind of knocked it out of the park on that. Looks real good. Of course, we did Dakota Digital gauges, keep it good looking, and vintage air for the AC and everything. But tried to just keep everything kind of original-ish looking with a little bit of a twist.
Man, I love it. Yeah, this thing is awesome. I love the double humps and the dash on these trucks.
So we've got our air ride is controlled here, but we show the pressures up here in the gauges.
And that's a feature of the Dakotas?
Yeah, when you air it up, you get the pressure going up, going down.
Man, that's cool. Super rad. I love that. Yeah. So no need for an external gauge. You can have
exactly.
a really clean panel.
You don't have to have the gauges hanging out.
Yeah, man, I love that. Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna have to steal that idea. That's awesome. That's really awesome. So we've worked our way to the back, and this is really a beautiful looking thing you got going here. And it looks so simple, but I know it takes a lot of work to get something looking like this. So tell us about this process and what the materials are that you use to get here.
It does. It looks extremely simple.
It does.
But we've got a lot of time in making this look this way. This wood came from a company called Bedwood.
Yep.
And they do amazing stuff. You draw it out and they cut it to your spec. All the bed strips with hidden fasteners and everything. We built a whole raised structure for all that to bolt onto.
Very cool.
Used the original wheel tubs and just kind of trimmed around.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part, though. You got just this really sanitary, nice, cleanly cut edge.
We followed all the
actual. Yeah, it looks so good. I think this is on a patina truck in particular, this is a part where you can get it wrong real quick. If you're not using your factory tubs that have the patina, or at least trying to match the patina, doing a faux tina thing. But I think this is where you can really get it wrong if you're not careful, and this is certainly not wrong. This is all sorts of right. I love how it looks, and I actually like that you went with the darker wood and darker strips. Yeah. Obviously fasteners hidden, that's awesome, that's cool, but the darker strips are kind of a little bit different type take on, I think, on something like this, especially a lighter color truck.
We made this little hidden compartment.
Oh yeah.
So you can throw your chairs, your bags, your whatever.
Yeah.
And it kind of stays out of the elements.
Man, I like that a lot. Even got your battery over here.
Got a battery over there.
And that's another thing that we've been talking about. Like when you tear these trucks, whether you do it mildly or you go full build like this, there's not really much reason to leave a battery inside the engine compartment anymore.
No way.
They're so easy to move, whether it's on the side of the frame or you do something, a lot more.
I like them to be easily accessible.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, this one's right here.
Right there.
Yeah, and it's not taking up very much of your little storage space there. Man, this looks cool.
Yeah.
This is really cool. Where did he find this truck?
This truck came out of California as well.
No kidding.
Yeah. Actually, the same person that saved mine saved this one as well.
No kidding. That is really cool.
Yeah.
And they both ended up over here in Kentucky. Right. This is so cool. I love that. What's your favorite part about this truck?
It's got to just be the patina on it, the look.
I mean, I think we're those guys, right? That's really what does it for us, and then everything else is the icing on the cake.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the patina on this truck, I mean, you won't probably see another truck running up and down a road that's akin to this.
Not at all.
You've done a great job on it, man. I really love it.
Thank you.
So you've got Porterbuilt suspension on this truck. You've talked to us about the drivetrain. We've seen the interior. Tell us about the wheel and tire setup on this truck.
So we did this one a little different. I know a lot of guys, when they lay these out, they do big billets or something like that. We kept this one a little bit old school.
Yeah.
We've got some actual new old stock, old slots.
Very
15s.
Cool. Yeah. So you got the NOS slots on this thing, which I think really look killer because this truck has some trim on it. It's like a nicer, a little bit of a nicer truck. What are the what are the tire sizes you got on this thing?
The tires, we did 225, 75, 15s.
Very cool.
With a thin white wall.
That little thin 1-inch white wall. I think that really sets it off.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
You just use them. All right, guys, so we've made it. See, I'm just having one of them days. I can't even get past the first 3 words. All right, guys, so we made it outside of Inge Autoworks, and I'm here with Bruce Taylor to talk about a truck that I have known about for a long time. I think I used to follow it, a build thread, or at least follow it on the old 6772 forum.
True.
And obviously Instagram.
Right.
But it's good to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming out today. Tell us a little bit about this truck. What's the history on this truck?
Well, I was at a car show. I seen this go by. Was standing around with a friend, and I was like, man, I'd like to own that thing.
Yeah.
A week later, I saw it on Craigslist.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah. And as soon as I saw it on Craigslist, sold my Chevelle, went out and bought this.
What year was that?
2014.
2014.
Yeah.
So you're getting close to that 10-year mark. You know, 22, going to be 23 soon, so
I guess that's
you're getting
true.
close.
Oh, yeah.
So what was the truck like when you bought it?
Outside, just like it is right now.
Yeah.
But it was an old worn-out truck, man.
What have you done to it since you've owned it?
Suspension, engine, transmission. We did a 5-speed swap. Whew, that made all the difference in the world.
I
right
bet
there.
it did.
Yeah, and of course wheel tire. You know,
Yeah, those are the important things, right?
all the important things. Did a little wood in the bed. Nothing spectacular. You know.
What did you do for drop?
Well, I didn't do anything. When I got it, it was already Z'd. I think it's 2-inch Z. Other than that, it's just bagged with a airlift V2. And man, I've not done anything but drive it.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, you know that's right.
Well, speaking of driving it, so you got a 5-speed, but what's the engine?
250.
Oh, a little straight 6
That's
action.
right.
I like that.
Little straight 6 action. Actually come out of Taylor Inge's 69 build. He did, I don't know, 2018.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You mind firing this thing up? I'd like to hear what this thing sounds like.
All right, let's do it.
Like a sewing machine. This is awesome. I love it. You mind if we open up the hood and show them under it?
Let's do it.
Man. Factory firewall. Straight 6. I think it's cool that the frame's been Z'd.
Right.
It's a cool old school way to do it. I love it.
Still running that single pot.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
You know, straight up.
Man, you OG.
Yeah, straight up dangerous.
Straight up dangerous, that's right. We were just talking off camera how he still drums up front on this truck. Still running that little small master there. Yeah. Straight up dangerous. I like that. Well, you got to tell me, what's your favorite part about this truck?
I think the favorite part of this truck is the people I meet.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got a story about, you know, their granddad or their dad had one. Man, just lean up against it, listen to people's stories. Man.
Yeah. Well, that's how we know each other.
That's right.
You know, we connected over this truck and others.
Yeah. Me and my father-in-law, we've driven everywhere in this thing, man. We've got a lot of miles in this thing. And I don't think it'll ever be for sale while he's alive.
That's awesome. I love that. I love it. Well, thanks for giving us a little bit of your time and telling us the story on it. I love it. I think obviously the patina is what draws everybody in, or at least me.
Yeah, me too.
And of course you got the wheel and tire situation all dialed, so it's really cool. Thanks for taking the time, Bruce. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Bye.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of United by Trucks. I hope you've really enjoyed this look inside Inge Autoworks. Obviously, he has got a super cool square in Krusty. You can check that out, the video before this one, and his customer truck, the 60 that he's working on for Dan, and Bruce's truck, obviously the 6066 truck, is just super cool. I know Bruce and Taylor are really good friends, and I've actually followed them both for a pretty good while. So we're really pumped to have gotten up there, checked out what they've got going. If you need some work in Louisville, Kentucky, hit up Taylor. He may or may not take on your project, but he can definitely handle your needs, he and his team. So just got to say a big thank you to Taylor for letting us come up and do that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Definitely smash that thumbs up button if you like what you've seen today, and leave a comment down below. Let us know what your favorite part of these trucks are, and we'll catch up with you next time right here on United by Trucks. Cue the music.